muscle.
And we are live up in here, up in here. Y'all see the
Mhm.
formation?
Yeah, we see it. You ain't got to do all that. It's there.
My bad.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
Oh
want to make
yeah.
just
Oh
want to make
yeah.
sure you guys see it.
Yeah, we see it.
All right. Well, here we go.
Mhm.
Hello, and welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. I am your host, Veronica. Oh, okay then. I be forgetting you got the new bell.
Mhm. What's up,
Hi,
Lisa?
Lisa. So glad to be back with you guys on this Thursday. What's going on for oh, oh. What's going on, my brother Victor?
I am doing exceptionally well. Um
He got a loud bell. I didn't even get that much.
Oh, I see now.
I feel great. We had a very positive show last week. And
That far, it seemed that far. It was just the other day. It was not
well
last week.
No, he said he talked
Tuesday.
about the show last week.
Oh, okay.
No, I was talking about the show Tuesday. Very
Oh,
positive.
okay.
Very positive.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta toast that. Toast the
Brother
Tuesday.
Fatigued, all the way from WBLS New York radio station.
Hey, hey, hey.
What's going on, Mike?
What's up, Mike?
Mike, you on the road.
What's
Hey,
up, brother
Stevenson.
Stevenson?
Greetings, brother Fatine. Excuse me, and the
Ha!
crew. Oh, don't forget who you knew first in these streets, Stevenson. Talking about your brother. Hey, Sly. Don't come with that foolishness, Stevenson. You better
Monday.
recognize.
You better recognize the one with the gun. She got the guns, and she does this. You'll see the guns.
Better recognize, son. Hello, good people. Welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. This is definitely where we talk about any and everything.
Everything.
Do we have any on the spot? No, we do not.
We
Okay, Mike.
ah, they boy,
No, we do
boy,
not.
they waiting for Thanksgiving dinner already.
Not tonight. Hello, Angelia. I think I say your name wrong.
Angelia.
Oh, I did.
Angelia.
Angelia. Hello, good people. So glad y'all could join us tonight. We are back in the hot seat. Hey Renee, we are back in the hot seat. Baby, what's going on?
We in the hot seat.
We
I ain't
well,
in no hot seat.
we're always in the hot seat when we come on the tea. As soon
Mm,
as we crank these mics, we in the hot seat.
mm.
Oh, okay. Mike said he local for a few months, laying low. Well, any hot topics you guys want to talk about before we get into this letter?
Nope. I
But T,
caused
you
too many.
always have a topic. What's the
I,
deal?
nope. Mm-mm. I came across something, but it escaped my mind. So it's something out there, but I just escaped my mind right now.
Oh,
So
there's something out there, all right.
yeah, there's definitely something out there. Just can't remember it.
You can't
Mm,
remember it.
mm-mm.
Okay. Stevenson, get off the line right now.
Stevenson. It wasn't no troublemaker. Hey man, it was great. You know what
Hey,
I'm
Miss.
saying? Huh?
Oh gosh.
It was great, every now and then, people live real lives. It was a topic that needed to be discussed. Um, for the most part, yeah, the last letter was dealing, with me, but I think for the most part, everybody came to a resolution. So, um, we move forward. Move forward. But it was interesting, what?
Very. I love the faces. If you look back at the show, I love the faces Victor was making because I picked up on it, and Victor, oh Lord, it was priceless. It was priceless. So
moving on. Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Mm-hmm. Oh, Stevenson. Hey, Alicia. So tonight we do have an email letter, and hopefully we can help some folks tonight, as we always do here on the T. We love helping folks, and let me say that this show is
real.
Very real, very real, is live. So there's no telling what people are going to come with in the comments. There's no telling what's going to come out of Victor or Fatine's mouth
or yours. Ain't no telling what I put in my.
Oh, we hear that tonight. Yeah, you got it working now. Little Cupid in the corner playing the harp.
Oh gosh, we have John with us tonight. Hey, John.
Shit, we ain't helped nobody since I watched the show. John, yes, we did.
You tell. The lies you tell. So I can start off by saying we do have a date for the meet and greet. Mark your calendars. Save your date. March 26th. We are getting it on. The meet and greet of Tangy T is going down. And I would definitely give you guys more details. I'll be making flyers. I'll be making a flyer and posting it on social media so that everyone can come out and enjoy themselves. They can meet all of these
characters.
Thank you. Yes. So March 26th.
Radio is all about timing. All about timing.
Because it is going to be a lot of fun. All right. So, yes. Nobody knows. Yeah, nothing's off limit type of show. This is definitely what the Tangy Tea is. Nothing is off limits. My vision for this show was to talk about any and everything. Everyday life situations is definitely what Tangy Tea is about. And that's what we talk about. That's what we started with. And that's how we're going to bring it each and every Tuesday and Thursday night. So sit back, get your tea, leave your comments, and let's have fun and enjoy the show. Let's keep it real.
Hey, hey, John, the spot that she picked does allow you to smoke your cigars, bro.
Yes, John. John been waiting so patiently for the meet and greet. It's finally happening.
Let's do it. Let's do this.
Mike Mills, I hope you're off. 7:00. You have to work 2 birthday parties. Oh man, I actually have an event that day as well for the radio station, but it's earlier in the day. So, yeah. So right now the time will be 7:00 in the evening. And like I said, I'll be giving y'all more details.
So that 7 usually means about 9ish.
Oh, come on, people, act right. 7:00. We want to get
7:00, y'all.
Started.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should have said 6.
CP time.
All right, so let's get into this letter.
Let's get it. Oh shit.
All right. So here we go. It's titled Concern Sister. So she says, "Good evening. maybe you guys can help me before I say, did I speak to Mr. Sammy? Hey, Mr. Sammy. I saw Mr. Sammy come on. I can't remember if I
Yeah,
spoke.
you did.
Okay. So here we go. Concerned sister. Good evening. Maybe you guys can help me before I say something and get in an uncomfortable position with my sister-in-law. I feel as though she is using my brother and she is afraid of losing him. They've been married for a little over 4 years now, and they have a 2-year-old son. My brother did step out before, but everything been good between them since that one time. And let me say, this was before they were married. Since my nephew came in their life, my brother changed completely. He doesn't hang out anymore. He doesn't drink or any of that. He goes to work and back home. The problem I see is my sister-in-law always screaming that she need me time. Every time my brother wants to leave the house, she tells him that he will have to take my nephew. He can be going to the grocery store around the corner and she sends the baby with him. The other night, she says she need quiet time in the house, so she made them both leave. He ended up going to our parents' house and stayed there until she called and wait. He ended up going to our parents' house and stayed there until she called and said she was ready for them to come back home. It was around 10 p.m. when they got back. Now, what is a 2-year-old being out that time of night for? Just because his mama need quiet time by herself. I'm not exaggerating. Every single move that my brother makes, she tells him to take my nephew with him. Every other day, she needs me time. In my opinion, either she's hiding something or she is afraid of my brother stepping out on her again. She is a plus size female, but my brother loves his wife and son to death. So I don't know if she has self esteem issues or what is going on. I can't see him I can't see him doing anything to hurt them, but if she keeps treating him this way, I'm not sure what would happen. I can tell that he is getting frustrated and the situation I can tell that he is getting frustrated with the situation, but doesn't want to say anything. I'm so close to stepping to her, but I'm trying to keep the peace between us. Should I step up for my brother or let him handle this on his own? Um, well, sometimes you have to step back and let grown folks work out their problems, especially when you're talking about someone is married. Um, it's one thing to be boyfriend and girlfriend, but to be married, yes, you need to take a step back. Let your brother deal with that. And I know, if you and your brother have a really great relationship, you don't want to see um, anyone playing over your brother or whatever you want to call it. You don't want to see that. And, sometimes we do want to say something when it comes to our family and friends, but they're married and even boyfriend and girlfriend. Just take a step back. That's not for you to do. That's for your brother. If he feel a certain way, let your brother handle that. Now, why she needs all this me time, why she send them out when she need quiet time, and you say this happen all the time. I don't get it. I know sometimes when we as women give birth, it's what do you call it, ladies? What we go through postpartum.
Postpartum.
Yeah, where some things, you feel in a certain way, you think in a certain way, you don't want people to bother you, you don't want no one to talk to, you just want me time. Some women do really go through that. So I don't know. I mean, the baby is 2 years old. I don't know how long postpartum, last or whatever. I don't know. Thank God I never been through it. But I mean, some women do go through that. So that could be something that she's facing. Um, but I just say stay out of it and let your brother deal with it. Now, kicking them out because whatever reason and not calling them until 10 o'clock at night to come back home because you needed that quiet time. Uh, Victor.
So I was going to allude to what you said. I was just going to allude to what you said about the postpartum. That shit is real. Um, remember they had the mother who was suffering from it in Illinois. She killed all 5 of her kids when she drowned them all. if you love her, bruh, and I got a feeling there's more to it than whatever it is that the lady's writing. But if your brother ain't complaining, then you shouldn't be complaining. What they got going on in their home, it is nobody's business but theirs. I get it, you like you said, V, you don't want nobody doing your people's any old kind of way, and you want to step up, but that's none of her business. The father seems to not mind. It seems that he doesn't mind, and he's giving his wife his space, and that may be a healthy thing that needs to happen. I really feel like there's more to her wanting to have this me time versus sometimes people ain't always doing some old sneaky shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? And she might not trust this man, and she feel like, him taking the baby with him all the time. But in a sense, I think the father and the son will bond more because they're spending it. So it's a to me, it's a win-win situation. So go ahead, Fatim, bro. What you got?
All right. So I was listening to both of you all, and I can give the political correct and say, speak with your brother first and have a conversation with your brother and say, yo, how do you feel about this? And are you cool with it? If you're cool with it, then fine, then it's not an issue. Okay. But I'm going a different road. I'm sorry. If I'm the sister-in-law, I would tell my brother, bro, I want to talk with her. But I don't want to talk with her, and I'm talking to the lady who wrote the letter. I want to talk with her, but I don't want to attack her because there may be some underlying things there that she may need somebody, that she may need help, but don't know how to get that help. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And by her having a conversation woman to woman, she may open up and say what it may be. Now, if it is something that ain't cool, then she may not. But if she goes to her and this woman breaks down and says, I'm at my wit's end, and I'll be honest with you, I feel like I had the baby, and even though it's just during the day when your brother's out working, and when he comes home, I still feel trapped. I feel trapped. So I gotta breathe. I felt like I lost my identity. I'm married now, and not that I'm not happy, but I got a baby and I feel trapped. And by her coming to her and talking with her, not attacking her, but talking with her, just to see where it goes. Now, if the sister-in-law pushes you back, then you ease back and you just say, listen, I came to you just as a woman, because sometimes we as women, we have that not only intuition, but we have that commonality there that maybe there's something that you can talk to me about. That's what I would do. I mean, I would talk with her brother first, but I would I wouldn't want to really ask her brother, but I would try to get on his side, unless he's just adamant not for his sister to talk to her. But I would try to coax my brother and say, let me talk with her, because it may be something else going on, that she may need assistance, that she's not going to open up to you, and she may open up to me. And it could be something deeper, like Victor said, that could save her in the long run. And I think the conversation is not going to hurt if she doesn't attack her.
So I don't understand, why would you talk to someone else other than your spouse? Like, I would not be receptive to an in-law coming to me asking me about the inner workings of my relationship. Because I feel like in my opinion, I feel like you're overstepping your boundaries, because this is a household conversation. But I get it. Like, I get it. And some people are receptive to that. And that may work. That may work. Hopefully if that happens, the sister-in-law is it might be a woman thing. You know what I'm saying? It could be a bunch of things, but I hope that she would be receptive to an outside entity coming in and saying,
and like I said, you gotta have that approach. Like if Victor, again, we may disagree on certain things, but from what I've known of you so far, you're a good dude. And if me and Veronica, and that's your sister, and you pull me to the side, just say, hey, bro, I'm not getting into your business in that say, but just man to man, is there, again, if you don't want to talk about it, but I'm just letting you know I'm here, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't be offended. I just wouldn't be offended. So again, you're right. When somebody comes into the interworkings, they can push you back. But there's something wrong here that I don't know what it is. Something is wrong. And if the husband is not going to speak on it and he's just going to deal with it, I just think it's going to get worse. So I think that again, if the husband say, no, sis, you know what? I see it. You know what? It's been annoying me, but I just been letting it go because she just had the baby, this, that, and the other. I'll speak to her. Then the sister backs up. But if the brother says, you know what, this is kind of strange, but I don't know how to approach her. You know what, sis? If you want to talk to her, but don't bend, because if you bend too much, you can break her. And don't do that, because I don't want your relationship to go sour. But I don't have a problem with it. And just as a woman to woman.
See, I just feel like when you're in a relationship, married, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, I just feel like you should have that comfort in knowing that you can talk to your significant other about, I shouldn't have to go to someone and say, hey, can you talk to him for me?
Well,
I mean, I don't want to be in that position to have to, especially when it's something personal like that, I will want to be able to go to my significant other and be like, hey, babe, is something going on? You want to talk about something bothering you? I noticed that you've been acting this way, Then if he feel like he can't talk to me about it, then what I supposed to go to my sister or my brother and be like, hey, can you talk to him for me?
But that's not how she's writing it. She's the one. It's not like you're going to the brother-in-law or the bottom line is the sister-in-law seeing this and saying, hey.
Yeah, but that's not her. I don't feel like that's her place. I mean, as bad as I would want to say something to my sister-in-law, I just don't feel like that would be my place unless I see that it's something that is harming her. It could be some type of mental illness.
Man,
Like
if that my brother and his wife doing some crazy crap, I'm gonna speak to her.
That's not your place.
I don't care. That's what I'm trying to tell you. See, we trying to be politically correct. That's why I said I'm not giving you the politically correct. It may not be my place, but I know what I'm gonna do.
So I'll say this: I had at one point in time in my life, somebody brother approached me about something that I was doing. And I told him it was none of his business because I'm grown. I wasn't doing anything to your sister. You know what I'm saying? It was just something that I wanted to do and I was going to do it. But with her venting to him, he took it as if it was an issue. And it could have been an issue to her, but I didn't give a shit because I was going to do whatever it is I was doing at that time. Like I said, it's two people in that relationship, and no matter what one's doing, if it's up to that other person they're the only two that can fix it. That's just my thing.
So I'm twisting this a little bit, and I know y'all probably say this is not the same, but my father's daughter is not, me and her don't have the same mother. And my father didn't get in their business till she picked up that phone and said that they had an argument. And so my father grabbed me because he needed a little backup. But again, when we got up to my sister, he told me to sit in the room. If I call for you, and my father, straight up, I'm 16. He asked me the first thing, he said, you got your blade on you? I said, yeah. He said, walk with me. And as he's walking with me, he's talking with me. And he was like, look, Mildred, my sister, had an issue. And when we get up there, you go in the other room. If I call you, so-and-so. So my father got in there. Now, he shouldn't really get into business. But I guess at the end of the day, if someone calls, now my father had a conversation. She had a conversation, and he turned to his daughter and asked, what do you want? She said, I want him out. My father said, you got two choices, leave on your own or we call it 911. And wind up calling 911. He packed his stuff and he left, and she got a divorce. But I'm just saying, sometimes people have to step in.
I think
Yeah,
with a parent is different. I feel like with a parent, like if I was married, I feel like, yes, my mother-in-law is probably, or father-in-law, you know, if they're living or whatever, they're going to cross lines all the time. And I think that's expected. Okay. But a brother-in-law, sister-in-law, cousin, nah. I just don't feel it. I just don't feel it.
Mm-hmm. I want to go to Brittany's comment because let's read it first. Sometimes we take things different from someone outside that we trust. A woman can tell her man something over and over and that he never listens. The second their sister says it, it clicks. So sometimes bringing an outside opinion may be helpful, but you have to tread lightly with that. And I agree with that.
But that's what I said.
Go to your significant other first.
I said that.
And I see what she's saying. The man, you say it over and over again and he never listens. Some men do listen, just and vice versa. Some men think women don't listen, but some women really do listen. And they'll take what that person is saying in and they'll be very comforting and try to help that person with whatever they're going through. So it all depends on those two people. But what I'm saying, don't let your sister talk to your wife first. You have that conversation with your wife. And then if you feel like it needs to go deeper, then maybe bring your sister in because maybe you thinking woman to woman, maybe my sister can come across her differently than I can. You see what I'm saying?
That's right. That's what I said. I said that.
So,
but,
I mean, at least have that conversation. I'm just saying, don't let your sister have this conversation with your wife first. You have that conversation and see, can you figure out?
But and I'm not saying you're wrong, Veronica. But I don't think that this, again, I don't, it's up to him. I don't think he may say, you know what, why don't you talk to her? Because it might be something else that you can connect her with her woman. So that's why I'm saying it doesn't have to necessarily be him first. It can be, he could say, hey, sis, I think maybe woman to woman, y'all can have this conversation. I'm cool with that. I don't have a problem with that because there may be something that she can connect with that, either or. Your way is fine. I don't have a problem with it. But I also don't have a problem with if he agrees for the sister to talk with her first. I don't have a problem either or.
Your way, can you read that comment right there for me, please?
Yeah, Noah Johnson. If me and Veronica get into it, don't bring your ass to the house.
He don't have to because I'm gonna get in that ass myself. Okay.
Is it lubricated or unlubricated?
Oh.
She thinking too. Oh Lord. Ooh.
He'll need some lube.
Mm.
Right. You see, and I didn't mean to say the A word.
So John says, if the sister go address the wife will definitely never respect the husband as a man and will call him a punk every chance the wife get out of folks' business.
Could I say that I want to respond to John? So John, I'm glad you brought that up here because you are right. But when Veronica was reading this letter, I wanted to say something. I was like, so this woman got 2 babies in the house. She gives the little baby, 2-year-old baby or 2-year a passy, and she gives her husband a passy because every time she speaks or puts a demand out, he jumps. Basically, she says something. He says how high. So at the end of the day, I don't think she's respecting him in any way. I also think that by him stepping out in the past, even though they got married and the commitment and the baby, I still think that that's a problem in the back of her head. It's something going on with that she is not over with. That's just my opinion. I don't know. She just said that they got married. It seemed like that behind them. Maybe it is. But to me, she treats both of them like kids. And the man, you're right, John, the man needs to put his damn foot down and say, if I need me time, I'm not leaving the house. I take the baby in another room. I ain't leaving no damn house. What kind of crap is that?
I'm not going to say that he's a punk. I think,
of course you would.
Yeah.
I think sometimes when someone know that they have already did something hurtful to someone, they walking on eggshells. You shouldn't have to, but I feel like this dude already know that he already stepped out on her once before and she took him back. So now I feel like he is trying to do everything to keep the peace within the home. So I guess that's why he's like, when she say you got to take the son with you, you got to do this, I guess that's why he's so
Get a
willing
Vic.
to do that,
Get a Vic.
because he feel like, you know.
Get a Vic. Get a Vic.
Well, see, I'm kind of on the fence between the both of y'all, because I do feel like he is acting like a little bi, you know.
Yeah, he's acting like a little witch.
But the thing is that when the baby first get there, I know how I acted when the baby with all my kids. But I guess my children's mother was a little bit more nurturing. This woman seemed like she don't even want to be around neither one of them.
Right.
So I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say this woman is mentally ill, but there's something wrong with this situation as far as what I think a healthy relationship is. In my opinion, what a healthy relationship is, this is not it. So there's some factor that's weighing, because to be honest with you, bro, you can tell me you want some me time, but why I got to leave? Why you can't leave the house?
Because are you finished, Vic?
Yeah.
I ain't want to
Go
cut
ahead.
you
No.
off.
I was finished. It was a question like why I got to leave the house? Why can't you leave?
Mm-hmm.
I feel sometimes women say they forgive a man. I'm speaking because I'm a woman. Sometimes a woman say that they forgive you for something that you did. We can say cheating because he stepped out, but deep down inside, she still feel a certain way. And that could be a turnoff for her. Even though she stayed with him, she could really feel turned off by him. But
Yeah.
she don't want to say that. Like deep down inside, she don't want to be around him. She don't, you know what I'm saying? She say she forgave him and she took him back, but in the other, you
That's
know,
that's
on
playing
another hand,
games. That's playing games. I
I
want
mean, it
yeah,
could be, but it's real. That's real
yeah,
life though. Some people
yeah.
say that they forgive you, but really, honestly, they don't.
Leave that comment up there because when Veronica
Bro-
finished, I want to respond to my brother. Because
Prophetine, I
Stevenson,
disagree with you, my brother, because that doesn't make a punk. And happy wife isn't happy life.
all right.
That's
So
right.
all right. So brother
No.
Steve, yeah, I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
respond to that. And you everybody know brother
Have,
Stevenson is my man. And I love to, when he agrees or disagrees. That's the beauty of the show. So the reason why you disagree with me and I hear your point, and the reason why I totally disagree with you, brother Stevenson, I'm not worried about I want a happy wife. But if the shoe was on the other foot, and if the man was coming home and giving those kind of orders, then you would say the man was wrong. So what I'm saying at the end of the day, I don't want to sit there and I use the expression as a punk. I didn't really say the punk, somebody put it in the comments, but I agreed with that because at the end of the day, you don't just jump at every beck and call. I don't give a damn what you did because somebody wrote, if somebody says they forgive you, then you don't walk on eggshells because that's how you move on. And if you are not ready to move on, let the person know so you can deal with this and work together. But if you say, I forgive, and you're moving on, get married and have a baby, and then now this comes out, or she is dictating the word, Stevenson, this is why I say I disagree with you, because she's dictating. She's dictating. That's a problem. Anybody in a relationship dictating, if the man or the husband is dictating to the wife, that's a problem. And the wife is dictating to her. This is something that you work out. You don't do that. Come in the house and tell, well, I need me some me time. Take the baby and y'all both leave the house. You don't dictate to nobody like that. You don't do that. That's not respectable.
I'm just,
I'm just responding to my brother. That's my brother.
yeah, but I'm saying, okay. I understand what you're saying, and I get what Stevenson is saying as well. Just because a man is being nice and doing everything for his woman doesn't mean that he's a punk, he's a softie, he's a whatever. This man probably know that he already effed up in the past,
But you
right?
can't live your life in a
I'm
cage the
just
rest of your
saying,
life.
some people do feel that way. Like he know he already effed up, so he's going to do everything in his power to try to keep peace in that home. I'm just saying, not everybody's going to think that way, Fatine. So that's probably why he's jumping every time this woman say jump.
And that's not healthy. That's not a healthy relationship. And it's going to cause problems down the road. That's why the sister-in-law is saying something is wrong. Let me speak to her. I probably have an idea what's going on with my brother. Let me speak to her to see what's going on. Because by speaking to her, I might be able to be that common. What Brittany said is similar to the same thing I said, is that common voice, that outside voice, may make a difference. And if it can make a difference, that becomes a more healthier relationship.
Well, I'm not going to say he's a punk just because of what he's doing. I mean, I do feel like he need to have a conversation with her to figure out what is really going on, because I do feel like something deeper is going down inside of her for wanting all this me time and not wanting to be around her. Her son is 2 years old. Who don't want to be around their son? Me as a mother, I want to be around my son at 2. But
I took that. You know what? I took the time. You know, when my kid's mother was sickle cell, and at the end of the day, she went beyond. So I didn't have to wait for her. When I came in, and I picked up and did what I have to do. Nobody got to tell me. Nobody dictates. Well, this baby, y'all got to go out to the park. That wouldn't have worked. But I understood when I came in that I know that if she's dealing with the baby all day, or both my daughters, when my second daughter came, I took that time. I took pride in taking my daughter to the park. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed taking my daughters out. I really enjoyed that. But I never got dictated, well, you got to do this. I can say, oh, I want to clean up. Can you take the girls with you to the game? I got them in the morning. No problem. Make sure their hair's done. I got them. I'm rolling. No problem. I got it. But the dictating part, and then to say you have to leave the house,
yeah, that's a problem, and especially it being so late. Go ahead, Vic.
So, Rashida says, okay, I'm a little concerned for the situation now, because me times means peace and quiet, or doing things that make me feel human. Unless she is clinically depressed, why wouldn't she leave the house to get away for her usual environment? I'm not kicking my sweetheart out of the house. Vicky for team, I agree.
You don't do that. That's something's wrong.
Why can't she leave?
Something wrong. And you got to see the signs, y'all. We talk about on this show red flags. That's a red flag. And if the sister-in-law is not only concerned about her brother, but if she loves her sister-in-law and she wants to, again, I'm saying to the young lady who is the sister-in-law that wrote the letter, do not attack this woman. And you wrote us for advice. Don't go over there and attack her, because that puts people on the defense. But if you want to have a conversation woman to woman, I encourage that.
Yeah. Look at that. Veronica, that's you. A pass should not be a life sentence.
I'm not saying I'm not.
I know he was addressing you. I
know. I'm addressing him. It's not about a life sentence. I'm not saying that, but some people do feel like when they make a mistake, like they have to do everything in their power to please that person that they made a mistake to.
Yeah,
and you put your own self in. So here we are in Mayberry again. I'm Otis. I'm drunk. I come in, put the key in, put myself in the damn cell, lock the key, and hang it back up. I put myself back in jail. What kind of nonsense is that? Yeah, Veronica, I do agree with you that when you F up, you go on good behavior. And if you're sincerely sorry, you not only show you're sorry, but you don't make that same mistake. And you will go a little beyond, but you don't continue that and just continue that over and over, because you're not living your life. You're living in the past. You're living in the past.
Like some people do go through that, and they don't want, and they don't want to make that same mistake that they made before. So maybe he feel like by taking his son with him, he won't screw up. He won't, go out, step out. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Shit, you know how many women love to see a man with a child?
Yeah. Oh, brother, and I'm from the metropolitan up north. You know how many times I got a seat when I stand on there holding my daughter? Excuse me, sir. You want to sit down? I said, you sure? Yes, you got the baby. Man.
And don't let them say dad be hugging you.
Oh, Lord. Shoot,
and you got the digits too. Didn't you?
I didn't do that. That's not necessary. It's just I felt so good when I was able to take I remember the first time I took my daughter out with her hair with the bobos in it and took her to the
Put
park
that
and
comment back. Go ahead, 15. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it just makes you feel good. So I don't think he has a problem spending time with his son. But you know what's the difference is when someone occasionally asks you, your wife asks you to take the baby. But what is so fulfilling is when you come in or say, have the baby ready because I want to take the baby out, give you a little bit of time. But when you dictate, it's different. It's different when I come in and say, babe, did you get a chance to cook what you made for dinner? Or come in, and dictate about cook. I want steak. That is not a healthy relationship.
Wait. Okay, I see the comment, Vic. What's not a healthy relationship?
A healthy relationship is you allow your significant other, your partner, your husband, your wife to volunteer to do something. It's nothing wrong with the acts time to time. But every time you continue to say, I need me time, take the baby. And the final straw was take the baby and leave the house. That was the final straw right there.
Yeah, I mean
that's a problem.
And I said that 10 o'clock at night, and I agree with the sister-in-law. What 10 o'clock at night, you just calling them and telling them they can come back to the house?
See, now that's where I draw the line is when you tell me I can come back. Yeah. Because now I'm thinking, like, even though my man was making a joke about she playing with the rose or she FaceTiming another dude, like, bro, what is you really doing?
Yeah,
like,
see, not that.
Really
yeah, you gonna call back and tell me when I could come back? I can see if you call me to say, "Oh, I'm back in from going out with so and so. You can bring the baby back, and you don't live there, but you gonna dictate me to take the baby out. Then you gonna dictate by calling me to tell me when I can come back home." Sister-in-law, do what you got to do, because I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you, this is my opinion. If this continues, the sister-in-law ain't gonna go over there nicely. So let her do this nice, because enough is enough. Because she's gonna do this one extra time that the sister-in-law ain't gonna ask her brother a damn thing. She going over there and she gonna confront her and say, "What the hell's going on?"
Hey,
no, don't come to my house confronting me. Because here's the thing, she don't know what's going on. And see, I said this at the beginning of the show, Bree. And who else said? I think Baby said something about that as well.
Right, and that's why
seriously can be going on with this woman.
And that's why the sister-in-law should step in.
Be careful how you approach someone, because
that's
you don't
why
know what this person is going.
But that's why I will reiterate. Let her talk to her woman to woman without attacking. Fatine said that. But if this continues, it's going to get out of hand.
Can I please throw a comment up?
Please. Go ahead, bro. Yes, go ahead.
John says, even if I'm wrong, either accept my apology or kiss the darkest part of my ass.
Because I ain't about to be jumping through hoops just so no woman won't leave me, guilty or not. And that's what I'm trying to say. See, that's what, and Brother Stevenson, and I don't know how you feel on this, but yeah, I'm a man, bro, and you ain't gonna make no punk out of me. Right is right and wrong is a wrong. There's nothing wrong with treating a sister, a woman, whoever you choose, like a queen. It's nothing wrong with that. But I ain't gonna be jumping through no hoops and walking backwards for nobody. Not even when I got grown, I wasn't gonna walk backwards for my parents. I respected my parents, but I wasn't gonna walk on no damn eggshells after I done said what I gotta say. My parents wouldn't expect me to do that.
Oh, he giving them bells sparingly night, Veronica. How many?
Right.
How many you got, V?
One.
For T, you ain't gonna give Veronica. Can you give? She got one.
I love it, but this is good, because that's what shows the difference between us male and female on the show and our opinions. This is the beauty of it. I love it.
Let me put Bree comment up. This lady may be going through a
manic phase. And she knows enough about herself to know her husband and her baby need to get away from her.
Exactly.
Then she needs help.
Yeah.
So don't come stepping to me, sister-in-law.
But why I got the? But see, the thing is, that's what we get. V, why we got to leave? Like she's like somebody
Because-
said, like if you need to step outside, if you need quiet time, get in your car and
maybe
drive off somewhere, preferably a cliff. But I'm just saying, it's real quiet. You can
maybe
find
she can't get behind the steering wheel when she get that way.
and you know what? I didn't think about that, but you behind a car might not be the safest place for her. So I agree. I will agree. And maybe she can find a quiet place at home. But like Fatim said, why do I have to leave the home when there are multiple rooms in the home? And they might not have a big home, but I'm pretty sure they have more than one room in that home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's and it's amazing. You know, I had a cousin who had, I don't think he married this young lady, but he had a couple of kids from her, and she wasn't stable. And she would come up there and argue and jump, and then he got pushed into a corner. He wanted to jump. So now I got to break it up, and then I got to walk her home. And as I'm walking her home, I'm having a conversation with her. And when I have a conversation with her, I'm listening to her. And then when I come back, I'm talking to my male cousin because that's my blood. And we having a conversation so I can hear his point of view, but get her point of view across too. And at the end of the day, it opens the door for them to come converse and try to work that out.
Yeah. So Stevens is saying the sister-in-law need to mind her damn business.
Mm-hmm. And then if, like Victor said, and if that sister-in-law, that husband come home one day and that baby's drowned, God forbid, then the sister-in-law will never ever forgive herself because she may have said, "I could have went over there."
What about the husband?
Because
is he going to forgive himself for not having that conversation with him?
Well, he may, but right now the sister-in-law wrote the letter and she wants to speak. So I'm giving her advice that I don't see her being a problem speaking. And I don't have a problem her doing it your way, Veronica, that the husband speaks to the wife first. But the problem is, I think part of the problem is the husband all intertwined. And postpartum, you got to realize what postpartum, you said you didn't go through it. Postpartum it's having the baby, dealing with the baby, but also dealing with the husband. It's dealing with the whole scenario.
Everybody.
Everything. So that's why somebody on the outside that steps in, that is, even though she's attached, that's her brother, she's a woman. And by being a woman, she may be able to connect with her and get her to say, baby, I'm about to snap. I don't know. I don't mean to do it, but I feel the walls are closing on me. I don't know any way else to do it. And that way she may be able to help her. Hell with it. If I don't give a damn if it's the sister-in-law or the husband that does it. I don't care who's first or second. Get that woman some help if she needs it. That's the main thing. Hell with who says it first. If it's the sister-in-law, if it's the husband, let it be somebody that help that woman if she needs help.
That's facts, bro.
If she's the love of my life, I'm walking through the lion den for my love. Oh, Mike.
Nice cliche, but it don't deal with the situation.
Yeah, and Rashida says something. She says, I tried talking to a potentially mentally ill woman to let them know I was worried about them and wanted to help them through it. It backfired very badly. Be careful with approaching someone who is mentally ill.
It can. And it's 50-50.
It's 50-50, yes.
It's 50-50. But I think so, but as it's 50-50, as that backfired on her, you know how many people it was successful with.
But and like I said, I hate the what if. I hate it, but I really feel, and more and more we talk about it, I really feel like if the husband can't talk to the wife, it's still not the sister-in-law's place. They may need some, like, I hate to say it.
Well, I know you hate to say it, but go ahead. Wait a minute, I gotta give him a bell.
What?
I don't want to say it. They may need a professional to step in because but I do know postpartum. I know it's real.
Yes,
that is real.
It's real. It's definitely real. It is real.
It's definitely real.
And I think my children's mother had it for a little while, but that's a hormone imbalance and all of this, and you ain't sleeping. There's a lot of things that, and some women don't even know they go through it. So
yeah, and I'm not making no excuse, and I'm sorry to bring his name up, and God bless his soul. God bless his soul, and I'm glad I am bringing his name up. Kobe Bryant. Because Kobe Bryant, no, you don't go out there and push yourself on a woman. And of course, they had a court case and he won that case. So I can't go. I can only go on. He won that case. But he was having issues with his wife at that time because she was suffering from postpartum. He had the stresses of playing ball. He's out on the road, this, that, and the other. I'm not excusing anything. But after he went through that, they worked out their relationship. I think they had another child from there, and they worked through those things. But there was an issue there that she had, and they had to work through that. But that issue compounded that caused him to step out, and it became a big thing that played out. She didn't leave her man. They worked out, and then, of course, unfortunately, we know how tragically him and those other folks and his daughter, Gigi, passed. But they were a couple that were working together, and he was a stand-up man. And that's what I say, Brother Stevenson. He was a man. He made a mistake, but he was no punk. He apologized, and he was a father. He was a husband, and he was a stand-up man moving
How you know
forward.
he wasn't
That's
no
what.
punk? How you know?
Yeah,
he wasn't no
because
punk?
I've been around Kobe. He ain't no punk. He
You don't
stood
know
up.
what went on in their household.
I don't know what went on in his household, but he ain't moved like no punk. He didn't
I
move
don't
like
know.
no
He
punk.
bought that big ass ring when he cheated.
Oh yeah, because right, and that's what I'm saying. When you make a mistake, you apologize and you go beyond. But at the end of the day, this man was a stand-up guy. I don't see him. I don't think every time you saw him, he had his children with him all the time, toting because his wife said, "Take these kids out the house." But he did know that his wife was going through postpartum. But he also, at that particular time, was going through his own struggles with dealing with that situation. But see what they did? I don't know if they got counseling, but the bottom line is, here's a man that made a mistake because he made a mistake. He apologized for the mistake, and they worked it out, and you see how they worked as a family. And to me, that was just beautiful.
Let's not pump the husband chest up to be the man in the house. Remember what happened to Harper when he put his foot down?
Got punched right out. And the woman.
Now see, Mike
punk.
jumping all over the place. Mike says, I really think she's making him leave the house because he used to run the streets and leaving her home alone. So she might want him to feel the way she used to. Or used to. I don't get it. Because he's having to leave the house with the kid. I don't know, Mike. You're reaching. I think you're reaching.
Yeah.
I agree, Mr. Sammy. The sister-in-law just want to help the situation. That's true. But sometimes
you can help it, but
right. Sometimes you can find yourself in a situation that you didn't.
But I got people that reached out in my issues that I had in the past year and a half, and I had people that reached out to me, and I didn't hit no damn ceiling.
You didn't. Everybody's not like you.
Because sometimes you need someone to talk to sometime. So that's why I'm saying, if the sister-in-law doesn't approach, then this situation is just going to continue to fester unless the husband says something. And I keep saying, my opinion, I could be wrong. I just think that the husband is compounded in this because she talks to him not like a wife should talk to her husband. It seems like there's some disrespect there, or lack of respect. I want to say the disrespect. I'll say a lack of respect.
So you feel like the sister-in-law should say something?
I agree. I think that the sister-in-law could go two ways. It's a fork in the road. She could talk to her brother and say, "Listen, bro, this is happening. I think you may need to talk to her because it may be something deeper." He may say something. Whatever he says back to the sister, then the sister needs to respond. And if he says, "You know what, blah, blah, blah," and the sister-in-law say, "Well, do you mind if I talk with her? I'm not going to attack her, but maybe I can communicate with her and see what's going on." And honestly, when I talk to her, it's between me and her. Even though you my brother, it may be something that she needs to work out. And let that be, if I'm going to talk to her, let that be between me and her, because she's going to have to trust me, even though she knows that you're my brother, that I'm her, I'm your sister. But I just think that I don't care who it is, somebody needs to talk to her.
Oh, somebody definitely needs to talk to her.
Somebody is talking to her. When he gone.
Huh? When he gone?
When he gone. Like, I don't get the fact of why you have. listen, what are you doing? Does the sister have a job? Like, what are you doing? So when we leave, like, what are you doing? I need to know what you're doing. Because apparently when I'm away, we're not even having a conversation when I'm away. I'm just waiting on your phone call so I can come back.
Yeah. Yeah. And I hate to even say this because I've never done this before and I don't want to start doing this. You know, some people put cameras in their house. I'm not going to suggest that because
If you gotta go that far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but I don't want to
I
do
might
that.
need evidence. I might need evidence.
That's when things become toxic.
Well, I mean, when I go up in the court, I don't want to pay alimony, you know what I'm saying, for, you know, I say irreconcilable differences, but by me seeing you with another man cheating, that may save me $1,100-$1,200 a month in alimony.
I don't think she'll be.
Right, I'm gonna put a camera up in there.
I don't think she'll be me. I don't think she'll be that slow to bring a man in that house.
I ain't saying she bringing a man in the house, but sometimes a conversation or a letter that you write is not proper, and you shouldn't be doing things like that. So, I mean, I'm out with my 2-year-old at 10 o'clock at night at my mama house. So first of all, why ain't the mama saying something? I forgot about that. The mama should be the one stepping in and be like, listen, you doing my son dirty. See, mama could get in there and say shit and do and say things that the sister can't say. So the mama need to say, my boy don't need to be at my house and my grandchild don't need to be at my house all late. What the hell is going on up in here? And then that from there, because then the mama can sit there and say, baby, I done went through this. It'll be okay. Give my son some head and put the baby to bed. Or whichever one you want to do first. But either way, my son needs some tail, and you ain't doing it.
And you push it, and you possibly be pushing him back out in the streets.
Exactly. And that's something that an older woman can speak to some of you young bucket ass head females and get y'all on the right path. An older woman can tell you, baby, you hurting this man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he messed up. My son messed up. But it is.
But treating him like a child ain't gonna make it. It ain't gonna make it no better because nobody wants to be dictated to. And he stepped out. We don't even know why he stepped out, even though they wasn't married.
It doesn't matter.
Stepped out. He stepped out. And at the end of the day, maybe this is part of that behavior that she tries to wear the pants or dictate or whatever. But he wants to make it work. And you know what? And this is where I go with you, Brother Stevenson, on this one, Brother Stevenson. I still would call him a punk, but I do understand what you're saying, Stevenson, that he will go the extra mile. And I think Mike may say this for his wife and his child. And as he's gotten older and looked back at his mistake, he was like, you know what? I feel guilty. And I'm going to do the best thing for my family. That could be between him and God. He may have repented on that and really repented and told God, I will never, ever do that. And I'll be a stand-up husband and father to my family. And that's maybe why he's doing that. So I don't know.
You can still be a stand-up, like Mike said, not Mike, John said, you could be a stand-up guy and still keep your balls.
That's what, and yep. And that's what I'm saying. And that's the kind of man I am. Yeah, I got to keep my kahunas because once I don't have a poo down there. So that's all to it. I don't have a kitty cat. So, and I'm not going to behave like a kitty cat. I got a kitty cat. What I'm going to say is if I did something wrong, I apologize for it. I'm sorry. I try to make it up if I can, but I'm not going to live in no doghouse the rest of my life. I'm not going to do that.
It's not about living in I don't know. For some reason, Bree and I are on the same page tonight. Maybe he knows she's mentally ill and he's trying to figure out how to get her some help.
Not at your mama house.
Not at your mama house. Not at your mama house.
Not at your mama house. You ain't.
And Veronica, it's not that we're not with you on this. You're just at the stage of saying the husband needs to do it first. And we're saying, or what I'm saying, I don't give a damn who does it, long as they can be effective with it. That's all I'm saying. But
I didn't think about it, but realize this, V. she's kicking out, and Rashida said it, she's kicking out the husband and her child.
Yeah, now that part I
She kicking
don't like.
everybody out.
That's why I say I prefer my child to be around me, especially at that young age, 2 o'clock. Why is he getting kicked out with his dad? But she says she need me time. And plus, if something mentally is going on and she know that she could be in a position to hurt that child, let him go with his dad. So we don't know. Like, we got to look at this in different forms. You know, this lady could be mentally ill.
That's why the
And know that
sister-in-law
she's
wants to say
capable of
something.
doing something.
And that's why the sister-in-law wants to say something.
I get it. Just like Mr. Sammy said, the sister-in-law want to help. I get it. I will be the first one. Like, I know my heart, and I'd be like, listen, if you need anything, if you need to talk to someone, I'm here. But I'm not getting ready to come out and say, yo, I see what you're doing to my brother. Like, is something going on you want to talk about? There's a way that you say it. I'll put it out there. If you need to talk to someone, sis, I'm here for you. So anytime you want to talk, you can call me up or whatever. But I'm not getting ready to jump in it, detail, and just go straight into it.
Okay, I got a suggestion. Got a suggestion, Veronica, for the sister-in-law. And I would just tell my brother this. This is what I'm going to do. Vic, when you come in tonight, I'm one day this week, I'm going to call so-and-so. I'm going to call your wife, my sister-in-law. And since she talks about me time, you go home, you take care of the baby. Me and her going to go out to dinner and get something to eat. That's me time. That's me time.
Me time to myself. Not me time with you. Not me time with your sister. Not me time.
But me. What is this? Okay. So now you're not even with
night out.
It's not about girls' night out. It's taking you out of the environment, taking you out of the house, taking you out from dealing with the baby and dealing with the house. But it gives you time to get away. It gives you time to get away and not be by yourself, because you got to realize when you're by yourself, wait. See, now you just playing this. You're playing more into there's a problem here. If she continues to say, I got to have me time, she's having me time. What's wrong with her having a little outside time?
She don't want it.
She don't want that.
Okay, so I got it.
Well, my thing is,
sister-in-law, talk to her.
Does the guy having some me time? Like, if I'm giving you all the damn me time, I need me some me time. But I'm just saying, if I ain't hitting, you ain't getting no me time. You gonna get some outside time or some real by yourself damn time. So I don't know. There's
a problem. We're trying to make something. We're trying to make this issue normal, and it's not normal. And we're really looking at it. It's not normal. And I don't even have to give final thoughts, because my final thought is this right here. Sister-in-law, do not attack that sister, but have a conversation with her.
Hey,
let's do it.
Wait a minute. So Brittany said she needs to go to her mama house. Wait. Hey, that wasn't it. I think. Oh, here we go. She needs to go to the Me Hotel for her me time, right? So then Michael says, Brittany, oh, that's where they go for me time or me and him time. And she said both.
Brittany ain't no fool. Brittany real too.
I'm too old to be getting a hotel room, man. I ain't got that kind of time. And the back of my truck is very spacious. I ain't got time.
But you're too old for the hotel, but you ain't too old for the back of the truck.
Well, to be honest with you, if you gonna cheat, you can't. Well, hotels don't take cash no more, so I can't put this damn charge on my debit card, on my credit card. The hell wrong with you? No.
You gotta know. I don't want to get into this, but you could use your credit card for the whole, and then when you come down, you could pay cash. How you going on? No further. Don't ask me no question.
But the whole will
come off. It'll come off.
It'll come off. It'll show. It'll show. It will show.
Well, I ain't giving nobody no ammunition what to do.
Good point, Bree. The sister-in-law is not close to the wife, which is why she wrote the letter.
You know what? Y'all two been on it tonight. Y'all been on the same page.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but Brittany says about saying that I'm setting these sister-in-laws up to come home with black eyes.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think she got Brittany, if she approaches if the sister-in-law goes over to talk to her brother's wife and says, look, blah, blah, blah. And if the wife don't want to speak, you ain't got to force her. Ain't nobody going to sock me in my eye because I come out of concern and love. You sock me, I'm going to sock you back. We both going to look like raccoons. What the hell's wrong with you? You don't go over there and attack her. You go over there and have a conversation. If she don't want to talk, then that's fine. Leave it alone. You try. But ain't nobody going to sock me in my eye. I'll sock their ass back. What's wrong with you?
You see what she say? It was show. I worked at the bank. We see everything, even the stuff you change your mind about and have removed.
Dang.
Y'all see it, but it don't come on that statement.
Well, it might not be on the statement, but on the digital. If you got that app, it's there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but how many?
Well.
Well, we ain't trying to tell nobody how to.
I ain't going in that though.
John said hotels don't take cash no more. Well, I be.
Well, I'm saying, all right. Let me back up. Them hotels that you pay by the hour or pay by the half day,
they pay cash. You can pay cash.
Pay
You got a hold. You got a hold with a card.
They have hotels where you pay by the hour.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, 4 hours, 3 hours. Yeah, come on. Veronica.
You think the Big Apple they pay by the day?
Shit.
I've never been to the Big Apple.
Okay, that's all right. You okay?
So it's those types of hotels that you pay by.
Yeah, the whole hotel, the hotel.
You can pay by the week.
That's it. Yeah. Come on now.
What?
I'm just schooling you, girl.
Hey, some of the best. You know what?
Don't even go there, Vic. Vic, don't go there.
Go there.
No. No, this not barbershop talk tonight. No. It's not barbershop talk.
I remember the first time somebody did the helicopter was at the Colonial. I ain't know what the hell was going on. I don't think I was 18 or 19. That motherfucker did the helicopter. Man, what is this? At the Colonial, and the bed was broken in the fucking middle. That hotel was $35 or $37.
And then when you become a parent, and your child, but when they got prom night, because you wonder, you just be thinking, are they at the party or did they sneak away to the spot? Damn. I just had, what I did? I went to sleep. I just said, let me just go to sleep. Let me get these thoughts out my head. I woke up, my daughter was coming in the door 6 a.m. Sun was up. I was like, you had a good time? Yeah, daddy. I don't want to know nothing.
I mean, V, I get it. I know we're getting off subject, but if somebody take you to a hotel, that's respect. I mean, they can't just tell you, hey, let's jump in the back seat real quick. You know what I'm saying? But a hotel, at least we getting out of the elements. We can't get caught.
Yeah, and you can make it what you want. You can bring your drink. You can do this. You can candles. You make it.
In an hour hotel,
I ain't never been in an hour hotel. I've been in a 3 or 4 hour hotel. But I ain't never been in no 3 hour hotel like that. So, but I mean, again, but usually when both parties are agreeing to go to the hotel, it's about getting it on, and you don't need all that.
Are y'all in y'all 40s and 50s?
We just
talking about stuff that happened in the 20s.
You think 40-year-olds ain't still paying by the hour, V?
You think 50 and 60-year-old people ain't paying by the hour? What's wrong with you?
If I go to a hotel, I wish they charge by the 30 minutes.
That's all you need.
Get that battery lost up in there, huh? That's all. Oh Lord.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Whoa. Wait.
I can tell her.
So she said, listen, y'all, my prom day ain't even stopped. So I can show my gown off to my co-workers at Burger King. He took me straight to the prom and straight home.
Oh, and straight home.
Mm.
Oh, that was nice.
That's some bullshit.
That's Urkel. I bet if Stefan would have taken you out,
That's
and
all
everybody,
right. Not
if
everybody.
Stefan would have taken you out, and Stefan moved like a man,
See,
you wouldn't have
see
went
what I'm
straight to the
saying? There
prom.
y'all go. There y'all go knocking the brothers that be about that respect.
You ain't knocking the brothers.
Yes,
You know why he took her
Not picking.
to the prom and straight home? Because she probably told him she wasn't putting out, so he had to hurry up and take her ass home and go pick up Susie around the corner. Old slick ass Susie. She'll get oh,
You want to call her Floozy and Susie together?
Well, at least he didn't break me off and then went and break Susan off. At least he took me home. I was the classy one.
no, you wasn't. You was just the one. You was a stuck up one. and you ain't got called the next day either.
Call it what you want.
Now you got now you at home calling your friends. They ain't answering the phone because they in the room too, and all that. Nah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Stevenson says, I have always dressed from the prom just for pictures. I have always dressed for the prom just for the pictures. After that, I was in a hotel and I used to have a discount card for Big Apple. That's how much I stayed there.
The Big Apple that made so many babies, they had to take that shit down.
Yep.
No lie. I was at, it was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was partying. In Darlington. I was at a house party and I got so messed up. I went to the Big Apple to just get a room so I could sleep off. And my man told me, he was like, listen, if you plan on staying all night, you can't even stay here. And I was like, okay.
Because people be in and out for their 2 hours and 3 hours.
Well, I don't know, but I think for what was going on, this was right before they kind of tore it down. That
so that was 2 years ago.
Off what he had going on, huh?
That was 2 years ago.
Hey, John.
You walked into that one, boy. I ain't say nothing. You walked right into that, man.
Hey,
talking about a long time ago.
He walked right into that.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you about.
Wait a minute.
It was 2 hotels on 76. If you ain't had no money, you go to Swamp Fox. But if you was feeling a little extra, you take them to the treetop across the street because you could park in the back and they can't.
I know them hiding the license plates, boy.
The damn treetop.
Listen, Mike, that's what I'm saying. Me neither. Big Apple, bro. I ain't never been to the Big Apple.
Shit.
We went to Big Apple once, and that was me, my mom and dad, and my siblings. We went to take photos. Piggly Wiggly had a photo thing going on at the Big Apple set up in the lobby part, and we went to have.
How many people you saw coming in and out of there?
I don't remember. I was little.
Even your pastor is shaking his head at you right now.
I'm just saying. It's the truth. I used to get my mama car and drive the swamp.
Hey, but you know what's crazy is that the treetop's still there and they tore the swamp down. The treetop, that was the classic one. And then when the microtel came in, you fucked around. People thought, I'm gonna take it to the microtel, but that was the inside hotel. So you mess around and get caught seeing, you know what I'm saying, going to the microtel because it was kind of out the way too. But I'm telling you about what people tell me. You know
y'all still take chicks to hotels?
I ain't taking nobody nowhere.
I live alone.
I
live alone. I ain't gotta take nobody to a hotel.
Y'all take it to the hotels where you just walk up to your door and put the key in outside.
That's what I'm talking about. You gotta have them outside because they can't. You can sneak better. If you go on the inside, somebody see you getting ice on you.
You can sleep better. You shouldn't be
Sneak,
creep, sleep, whatever.
Outside, drive up, go in. It's better not even to get one that you got to go up the stairs. Get one right. You drive up, close them curtains, and that's it.
But if you had old stank trick, you take her down there to the one on the end of TV Road. That where all the smokers be at. So you got to be in and out because by the time you come out to go get some ice, you get propositioned about 3-4 times. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get some ice. I might catch 3 blowjobs on the way back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
Oh
Well,
man, I'm
for
telling you,
the PG listeners, y'all have a good night.
Oh my gosh.
But nah, and it's amazing.
We pray
When we were creeping with women.
exactly.
See?
I mean,
And every woman wasn't labeled. That's why I keep saying. That's why I don't dog women out, because every woman, you know, is not a bad person. No, it's just they don't get labeled. It's just that they may be home with their moms, or they may, you understand what I'm saying? And they can't get that me time. So for you to have your time, so you got to go somewhere where is a back of a truck, or to. Again, I'm not from here, but the tobacco barn. I know people that did it in the tobacco barn and all that stuff back in the day.
Okay.
But you know, the hotel is great up. You know.
Mike said I'm talking too much, so I'm gonna chill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We done too much barbershop talk tonight, bro.
All I'm saying is, ain't nobody at the Horseshoe or Rambo Field at night.
You so stupid.
No.
Right, Mr. Sammy.
Wait a minute, John.
Really, Victor?
Yeah. Now, John
So
said,
you ain't never been to the Rambo or the Horseshoe at nighttime?
A softball game ain't going on?
No.
Well, no, I haven't. Sorry.
Yeah. Michael. John says Michael Tell got them mirrors in their bed. Get to the room first and tell her to meet you there, so nobody can't see y'all going together. Oh, those were we had those days like that. Yeah, that if you didn't want to walk in together, I don't think I've taken. No, I've been to a hotel where the person arrives second or whatever, and you know, I get the room or whatever. But you know, see, when you creeping, if you creeping, it's one thing. If you creeping, then you may not want to walk in together, because you got to realize, I'm just talking from a New York perspective. When you're creeping, there's the creeping hotels in New York. Usually when you're creeping, other people are creeping. And once in a while, you run into other people you know. So you're right, John, that sometimes you don't want to get there together. Been around the block.
Yeah, we know. I mean, what you hiding for?
Well, if you got a really good homeboy, he'll ride around on the interstate while y'all in the back seat. I'm just saying, if y'all cool like that. You know what I'm saying? If y'all cool like that.
You gonna keep riding the interstate while y'all humping in the back seat?
I'm not saying I've driven before. You know what I'm saying? You know, they couldn't get off, and you just, you know, kind of just ride, and they do their thing, and you take them home, and it is what it is.
Are the windows down or up?
What you think? I don't do, but see, you got to think, I've been young. I don't. That's young, man. I was young, like young. I ain't even had kids, man. I was just young. I was young.
But I can't believe that stuff goes on today.
Enough. Let's go. Move on.
Vic want us to believe he was always the driver.
I'm telling hey, I ain't had no car. I was, you know, that's a chance for me to practice driving on, you know what I'm saying, driving around. You know, a friend of mine had a car. I was like, hey, can you drive for me? And I drove for him.
Right,
you know, chicks 19 and 20, they don't know how to wipe their ass real good. My bad.
Veronica, I was hiding because I was a nerd in high school and everybody thought I was a good girl.
She's still a nerd.
You know, when Vic talks about this, you know, it's interesting. So when you talk about being young, Vic, in Veronica, where Vic's talking about it, it's interesting. I had to think back. Oh God, and we didn't have a lot of money, and I didn't know nothing about no hotel at 17 or even 18 in the sense of going, and I have no credit card or back then maybe you could do cash, but we didn't have that kind of money. And if we did have a couple of dollars in our pocket, we wasn't spending on no hotel. So the next best thing is we snuck in somebody's house, if it was a homeboy house or whatever. For me, and I told this later, and I used to sneak young ladies up in my aunt's house around the corner from my house because my aunt and uncle worked. The problem was I took a girl up there once, and it got close to the time my uncle was coming home. If my uncle would have busted me, I don't think it would have been so bad, but I still didn't want to get caught. The problem is I couldn't find the condom wrapper. I looked for it. I had to get out of that house. So some weeks later, and my uncle's talking to my father, and he says, yo, I don't know why this happened, but his wife, my aunt, found the condom paper and blamed him.
Oh, excuse us, Pastor.
So I said, so I wait till my father, and I was like, yo, that was me. I was like, you want me to tell my aunt? Because it was me. Yo, you don't need to take that. He's not. Nope. He said she done went off on her to rant and rave, so it don't matter now. And he never got mad at me. He just told me, just be careful next time, because he understood. But I couldn't find that damn wrapper. It was stuck in somewhere in the couch somewhere. Yeah, and he took the heat. And when I told him, I would tell my aunt, I mean, what's she gonna do? Yell at me? What the? Oh,
I
Veronica.
remember the pine at the end of the street, but they have homes all around there now. No, I don't. What pine, Mike?
He's trying to jar your memory.
How about the path in between Brockington Heights and the Hole?
So you've been to Darlington quite often, huh?
Well, I ain't gonna say
You talking? You gonna keep walking into
Right.
this shit?
There's some people in Darlington know me. Let me just say that.
You can bell there, brother.
Okay.
Not like that, but I know some people. But that path right there, people that path. I mainly stayed on the west end. I was always on the west.
Okay.
End. I was always on the west end.
Right, Cheryl.
I ain't been around the block as many times as you think I have, but I've seen some stuff. Let me say that. I've seen some things.
Stevenson says sometimes them nerds ones are the freakiest one. Them eyeglasses be sideways.
You're right, Stevenson. That's right. And I'm not knocking, but this old saying, the one that's in the church, the goody woman, they'd be the freakiest ones too. And Richard Pryor put that in it, which way was up. He, when he got with the pastor wife. Sorry, Pastor. I don't know you.
Yeah.
Pastor, but no, I mean, that's the old story. I mean, my friend grew up in the church, and he again, every church ain't the same. Every people are the same.
He have stories for days.
But my friend said, yo, you want to meet some of the most freakiest women?
I just want to know, when girls with glasses on, do they take them off during sex? Like, if you like severely nearsighted, is that the one where you can't see up close?
No, that's farsighted.
Oh, you farsighted. So if you severely farsighted, like, do you take your glasses off so you can whatever?
If y'all both wearing glasses and try to kiss each other, the first thing y'all do and don't know how to do it, you click glasses. That's a what is that you call a not a newbie, but that's the same thing, a rookie. Those are rookie mistakes, but you do take the glasses off it.
Well, I'll tell you this, this is funny. I wanted to date a girl or have sex with a girl with glasses, and we was about to do it, and she said, hold up. And she took her glasses like this. She took them off and folded and put them on the bed, and I fell out laughing.
You couldn't?
That was the funniest thing. Like, she took her glasses off and folded them, and I was like, what? I don't know why, but that was funny. I couldn't seal the deal. I couldn't do it.
Well, part of the reason they fold you fold your glasses because you don't want the worst thing in the glasses you break the arm. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm just
So
saying.
Mike is saying not me and her brother 15, not me and Mike, that my boy, but he's saying Veronica the one not too far from the high school.
no, I knew what you were saying, Michael. I just was inferring just to make it a little hot and steamy in here, Mike. That's all.
Yeah, I just.
Unless y'all don't want something to come out, you don't want the cat to come out the hat or something. I understand.
Because like I said, that's my boy.
I got it. I'm just jiving. I respect y'all friendship. Don't.
Thank you.
But Mike, I got a question. No,
go ahead and ask it.
I ain't gonna ask that question. I ain't gonna put Mike on the spot. I ain't gonna do that to my sister Veronica.
Go ahead and ask the question.
I already know the answer though. Why? If I ask Mike if he had the opportunity to get with Veronica, you don't have to answer that, Mike. Why wouldn't he say? Why wouldn't he say? Why wouldn't he say? Yes, she's an attractive woman. She got a head on the shoulder. She's moving in the right direction. So I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. But
because one, I used to date Mike's brother.
Oh, thank you. I knew the cat had to come somewhere out of the hat, somewhere. Cat out of the bag or something. Okay. So the brother was the lucky one, huh?
Yes. Yes, John. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, John.
Go ahead, read.
Y'all fellas ever finally got the fine girl to the room and come to find out that thong was a little bit twangy?
Thang was a little bit twangy.
Oh, thang,
yeah.
I might need to put my glasses.
He was saying that cat was purring, buddy. Woo. We had a couple of run-ins.
It's not even 9:50.
Yeah, John. We had a couple of those run-ins, bro.
After hours.
John, I bet you.
He said I was the one that needed one time. She took off her glasses. I thought I was in the Twilight Zone because she was cockeyed at both eyes.
And I thought Victor was gonna say that when she took those glasses off, she was looking. He was like, "What?"
I ain't screwing her eyes. I don't care none of that. But I will say this: it is weird, and the team is no shot to you. But sometimes when I see people that I've seen for months, and they take their glasses off for the first time, and I see them without their glasses, they look weird as hell.
Got it.
They look weird. It's
it does. They do.
Because sometimes the glasses is the person, and I'm not saying they're hiding blemishes, but sometimes you can see somebody with glasses so much and they take them off, and you like.
Yeah, I took a picture with
you to put them back on.
Yeah, I took a picture with Beyonce's father, and when I look at that picture, I was like, "Why did I have my glasses off?" But I can't read with my glasses, so I was in the studio.
Objects may appear bigger, so I need her to keep her glasses on.
Mike, I saw your comment. We'll talk at the meet and greet, bro. Brother Fatina, I'll tell you the real story at the meet and greet.
Mike, I thought you said you had 2 parties due that day. You ain't gonna make it, is it, bro?
Yeah, he gonna make it there. He got a confession. We gonna play Usher because he has a confession to make. Confession.
I know John can't wait to tell his story.
Oh, Lord.
I ain't even putting that comment up there.
What?
I ain't.
Cheryl, you got it, girl.
It might feel bigger. It don't feel bigger, but you feel it though. I've been there.
She said you've been in there tickling her.
You know what? I'm so sick of John.
Oh, you talking about Darlington
and Stevenson.
So let me say this. On the way to Darlington Veneer, there's a little field. There's like a little cut that you can go to. I'm telling it's like a little field. Hey,
huh?
Hey, it's a little field, hey.
Final thoughts on the letter?
What letter? We done finished that letter.
Yeah, keep right on with them little cuts.
I'm just saying. I mean, it is what it is. It is.
Y'all, y'all been really going to some places. You hear me?
But it might have been with the
Lumber
same
mill
person.
parking lot.
You ever thought about that?
I have took in the event.
So,
If you,
so let me say.
The old drag strip.
So let me say this. So if you was if you was married and you and your husband want to be spontaneous or whatever, or your fiance or man or whatever, you got to know these spots. Hey baby, I seen, you know what I'm saying, this road over here. Let's see what it's about. You know, when Wellman shut down, you know what I'm saying? That whole parking lot was wide open.
You been way back there.
I'm just,
Man.
it ain't that far. It ain't that far. It ain't that far.
man, get like God bless her soul, like Left Eye. Her and her man got out in the rain, in the grass, and made love. What the hell? You only live once. Go ahead, do it. Do it.
Oh, I mean, I'm down with that, John. Yep.
Oh, to get in the grass in the rain.
Listen, spontaneous like that would
Yeah.
keep things spicy and hot.
It does. It
Like I
does.
said, if you doing things like that with the same person, it's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't saying it was a whole bunch of women, because I ain't had no whole bunch of women. I've been with one woman, 2 women my entire life, 3 women my entire life, 4 women. I ain't going no higher than 4. 4 women, that's it.
What we talking about? What we talking about? I ain't in that conversation. No.
Well, I knew you was gonna put that up there.
You did say you toot it up, though.
I'm tooting it up outside. I'm talking about dance aerobics.
So, hey, you be dancing.
Just go to the next letter over from D, and you be doing those aerobics, okay? Mm-hmm. Oh Lord.
So we shared a few stories, you know.
Mm-hmm.
A few.
Oh Lord.
Right, Cheryl.
So I got caught once.
They gave you a warning.
Well, I was 17. I don't know, I was a senior in high school, and I was parked, and I was stupid. I was parked right in front of Memorial Stadium in Florence, and we was in the back seat, and the cop came and knocked on the window. And the only reason I believe he didn't take us to jail, because we both was underage. I was 17. I think she was 16. I think she was 16.
I got a question for y'all on that.
AAA.
Moving, wiggling it, huh? Let me ask y'all a question real quick. I mean, this is a true story. This happens with the New York Mets. I think it might have happened in Florida. I don't know where it happened, but it happened with one of the players I like. You know, I'm a little older than both of y'all, so it happened with the left fielder of the New York Mets, Cleon Jones. Cleon Jones got busted having sex with a woman on the team van. Right, he got busted. Maybe he got busted by, I don't know if it was it had to be an administrator. I'm assuming it was an administrator. Could have been the police. I don't think it was a team player, because a team player most likely wouldn't have turned him in. When the Mets found out this, the Mets, to me, humiliated him by making him apologize. He had a press conference. His wife was there. She had a little baby, and he apologized to his wife. He apologized to the organization. And I just ask y'all, would y'all let any organization make you apologize in a press conference in front of your wife on national television? I thought that was humiliating. A lot of us, I don't want to get into the race thing. I'll save that one. But I just thought that was not cool. That was not cool. And my opinion is, if you got caught doing that and you married and you know you stepped out, would you allow somebody to make you apologize in a press conference with your wife standing there?
It costing me my job if I don't.
They couldn't fire him. They couldn't fire him for having sex on the bus. They could find him, but they couldn't fire him. They could trade him, but they couldn't fire him. No.
I mean, they thought that was the right thing to do for the organization. That's a good look for the organization for him to get out there and apologize to the public.
It would depend, man. It would depend on. It would, like Veronica said, it would depend on why am I apologizing. Now, needed just to do it, like, you couldn't make me. But if it comes with some stipulations that you're going to do this, do that to me, and the apology is the only way that I can kind of get in front of this, then yeah, I probably would.
I probably would have. Okay, the problem I had is the wife and the baby standing there, and that's what that just. And I remember when this happened. This is so I'm not even. I'm maybe 14, 15. So don't think I don't have the mindset. But even all my friends was like, this is crazy for him to have to do that like that. Even I heard my parents say, my father was like, you want to humiliate me. And my mother's sitting there, and my mother was like, no, I wouldn't want you to do that. If you had to apologize and deal with it from there, I wouldn't have been standing there. I just thought that was not, even my parents didn't agree with that. But I just wanted to get your opinion on it.
So y'all don't remember, see, for 10, you might not be up on this, but you remember Mark Sanford? Remember his dumb ass, he was our governor, and his dumb ass got up there because he was misappropriating state funds, flying back and forth to Venezuela. And he got up there and tell everybody that that woman down there was his soulmate. And I'm pretty sure his wife was standing right there too.
I remember that about the soulmate. I don't remember the name, but I do remember when he was flying and talking about, even though I wasn't here, it was a national story. So, wow.
Can y'all answer?
What? Somebody got a question?
Huh?
Didn't Kobe go through something similar?
I think she was standing there because she did a press conference with that $10 million ring on. She had the canary diamond. She had that.
Remember his okay, so Kobe's press conference was a little different. Kobe was brought up on rape charges. That woman at that hotel brought Kobe up on rape charges. Kobe said he did well, he had the press conference, and he said, yes, he did apologize, but he said he had that press conference, yes, because he was making a statement that, yes, I had sex with her. I apologized to my wife. I apologized to the organization. And he took responsibility for it. But he said, I did not rape this woman. She called it rape, and they went to trial, and he won that case. But he did apologize. His wife was there. He apologized to her because that woman brought Kobe up on rape charges, and it was public. It became public record, so he had to respond to it. And yes, his wife was there. Mm-hmm. But I don't think the organization made him. He had to answer that. He had to answer that because he was being brought up on charges. He had to turn himself in. He turned himself in because he had to be arraigned and booked on that.
Yep, Tiger too.
You know, Tiger was just being fucking stupid. I'm sorry, bro. Everybody know who you is, and I don't knock nobody. But you don't go out here sleeping with the Waffle House girls. You got professional women out here, and that's why you pay women, because for discretion. You keep this shit between us. That's why we give y'all $40, because you can go out here and say, well, Vic hit me behind the bushes. But I'm going to tell you, why don't you tell them about them 220s I gave you too? So what you want to do? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He wasn't high. Tiger lived a sheltered life. And the first time somebody gave him some coochie that he thought that he couldn't get, he went freaky with it. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
He definitely paid for that.
Yeah.
His career went downhill.
Yeah.
But he was rich. Some rich people problems, man.
Yeah, and then
Right.
you got the situation, and I'm not, and I still play the music, but R. Kelly, whatever the situation was with him, he could have done the same thing. Vic, there's plenty of adult women that would have gave him without anything. You understand what I'm saying? Not any, but a lot of adult women.
You're right. You're right.
Kelly, fair.
Yeah, a lot of Kelly,
Ain't nothing
but
wrong with a little bump and grind.
yeah, as long as it's above age,
But the thing is that
Right.
if I can give you 10 bands or 5,000 to hit, and I'll keep hitting, I feel like I'm paying for the discretion. I'm not paying for the coochie because it ain't worth that. I'm just paying for you to be discreet. That's it.
Yours may not be worth it.
I don't have one. I'm gonna tell you something. I ain't had no sex yet that was worth any amount of money that I spent. Let me say that.
But $40.
Well, I'm saying if you make a cash transaction with somebody for some tail, I mean, is it really worth it? Probably not.
Well, but Victor, we've paid for some ass, and there's no ifs, ands, and sorry, Veronica, but that's we pay. When I say the word paid, not that we come out our pocket and just say here's the dollar, but if the wine and dine, taking an out and doing this.
So you ain't never paid for nothing.
No, I never paid for nothing. I never. That's a prostitute. No, I've never done that. No. But I think we paid in other ways, Victor. That's why I said we paid in other ways. But I had no conversation with this girl. And now you might have tapped it, Vic, and then you getting ready. Oh, can I get 20 or so and so? And I got a pocket full. Here's 20. Go on about your business. But I ain't pay for it. No negotiation. No. No. Too much free tail out here.
But clearly, Victor don't agree with you, okay?
No, I ain't pay for no tail. Too much free tail out here, Vic.
Steve just said, please, ladies, don't come to my house or have me come to your house after 1 a.m. talking about you want to talk. I'm going to lay them elbows down.
Let me tell you something.
Stevens, I want to throw my bell, bro. You got it, bro. That's what I thought about
bro.
Mike Tyson, man. You go to his room at 2:30 in the morning. I want to talk.
When you young and you got a little bit of dollars, you ain't got time for all that. Well, I ain't whining and dining shit. When I was young and I was in Japan, before we went to the club, everybody made that little walk down. They made that little walk down wherever they had to walk, and we all met up at the end of the block, and then we went out because it didn't matter whether we struck out at the club or not.
And I'm with you, Vic. Let me just tell you this, Vic. I'm going to just say this to you straight up in your face.
Oh.
Yes. Thank you for the service that you've done and the things that y'all had to do to get by, to deal with the stuff that y'all had to deal with. More power to you, bro. Because at the end of the day, that's not always a normal life in the service. Sometimes it is because you ain't at war. But at the end of the day, if I probably was in your shoes, then I probably would say I paid for it. And I would, because at the end of the day, I understand what you're saying, bro. And I understand, bro.
Yeah, you get in the club. You get in the club.
Back then,
you competing with 9 women.
Nah,
but if 15 women or 25 women out there, then all I got to do is give you a couple, you know what I'm saying, a couple thousand a year, get right, and go on about my damn business.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
What's wrong with John?
Well, John is wrong. What's John saying?
What Kel's mind was saying no, but his body was telling him yes.
Oh Lord.
Then Mike right behind him to my age ain't nothing but a no.
That's why he wrote that. He wrote that for Aaliyah.
Oh my God, I can't stand
that was my girl. God bless her soul. That was my girl.
New York cats have all them prostitutes and you ain't never.
I ain't never, bro.
I ain't never really deal with no Bronx woman. Hunts Point's up in the Bronx. I ain't never deal with no woman up there really. No, I never paid for no tail. Not negotiation. No. Too much, man. It's too much out here.
I ain't got that kind of time.
You New York. We slick. We got a gift of gab. Oh, Cheryl, you got that good, so we got to pay more than $40 for it, huh?
if you won't take 40, I know one who will.
I'll buy you a chicken box. I ain't never in my life.
You ain't finished the sentence. Could you finish the sentence, please? You jumped out there to read it.
No, you know what? I'm gonna start letting y'all read y'all comments. I'm gonna just... y'all can read them.
It's Poussey.
Yeah, Poussey. Poussey. That's all you gotta say.
I guess Vic hasn't been around the block. Yeah, he just paid for what he wants. He just went down the street.
You ain't go around the block. You got it, Cheryl.
Oh my God. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to meet all of y'all at the meet and greet. We're gonna have so much.
John gonna bring you a shirt with those 6 letters on it. P-O-O-S-A-Y.
You better not. Don't worry, cuz we probably be in the bed by 9 or 10.
She ain't lying either.
Well, y'all go to bed with the chicken. You go to bed with the chickens.
Oh my God. Britt said, what people doing with $40? Gas gonna be $20 a gallon next week.
That's why you need 40.
So you can get 2 gallons, right? Oh God. Only 2.
Okay. There you go, Fatine.
Every man in this world have paid for some Poussey in kinds of ways, including the pastor. Laugh a lot. Like I said, Brother Stevenson, you said what I said. We've paid for it in different ways, but I'm talking about a transaction where a woman is selling it and you pay it. I've never done that. No. But yes, we have paid for it. And a lot of us are still paying for it now.
She said, well, he should have got his mind and body in sync. John said them girls remind him of a Jeep.
A Jeep. Oh, Lord, they got the jokes tonight, boy. Y'all got them tonight, boy. Oh, God. R. Kelly's still my go-to on my Bose system. There you go, John.
I'll choke my chicken before I buy some ass. I don't know about that now.
Yeah, shit. Because once you get that, it's over with anyway. You go to sleep. So what the hell?
Closing thoughts.
There's your closing thoughts from John.
My closing thought: if you ain't never,
his music is amazing.
Oh, damn right, and I still listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My closing thought is: if you ain't never masturbated on the interstate, you doing something wrong.
You ain't never masturbated on the interstate.
I'm talking the middle of the daytime too. Do it just to do it. It was on the bucket list.
That picture you sent, that video you sent me. Now that's something I would love to try. That's what I would love to try. That's what I would love to try.
Do you masturbate on the interstate before?
Nope.
No. Nope. Nope. You get it before you get on the interstate, or you get it as soon as you get off the interstate. But there ain't no. My final thoughts is really.
Thank you. Thank you.
I said what I said. You could do it 2 ways, sister girl. You could have a conversation with your brother and have a conversation, see what he says from the perspective of what he feel may be going on. Does he feel that maybe it'd be better you say something or whatever? Or you may say to your brother after speaking with him that he should have a conversation with her. If he feels that there's nothing wrong with how she's doing it and that's how he wants it and don't want you to say something, then definitely butt out. But if he says there's a problem, I just don't want to cause any issues, then ask him, listen, there might be something else going on. Do you want me to have a conversation with her? Not attacking conversation, but just realize that I'm going to her as, a sister-in-law, but I'm also going to her in confidence because she may share some things that she don't want to share with you. And if he agrees, then go for it, but somebody needs to talk with her because it just seems to be getting out of hand.
I just feel like she needs to take a step back, and that's not a place. I really feel like if anybody in that family needs to say something, it should be the mother. Um, there's something not right with this situation. I don't know what it is. Um, but if you care about your brother, talk to him. But talking to the sister-in-law is probably not the best move, in my opinion. In my opinion, unless he gives you permission. So then, if something happens, you're not overstepping, your role.
Mm.
And that's why I said have that conversation
Yeah.
with
Yeah, I mean, I hope I hope the young lady get help, not the one that wrote the letter. Not I'm talking about the sister-in-law, because I do feel like something deeper is going on um than what anyone knows. I think she is really going through something and she's not sharing that what she's going through with them. So whoever decides to step to her, whether it be the husband, the sister-in-law, the mother, whoever decides to step to her and question her about what is going on, I just hope they be mindful and be respectful of that something serious could be going on with this woman. So whoever does it, just be careful approaching her. I'm hoping that it will be her husband, but if not, just whoever does it, be careful. And hopefully they will get the okay from the husband first.
them.
You know.
Got it.
Appreciate you, Mr. Sammy. Mr. Sammy
Yep.
says tonight was one of your better shows. Thank you, Mr. Sammy. Have a good night. Um, I have I was gonna go to that because I'm quite sure Mike, being a truck driver, he sees a lot on the road. He has a video of that woman going down the interstate getting it. Yeah. So I'm
Mhm.
quite sure you see a lot, Mike. Um, so guys, have a great night. We appreciate y'all for watching the tea each and every Tuesday and Thursday. If you would like to be a guest, if you have topic suggestions, if you have an email letter, please take tangyteaoflife@gmail.com or leave it right here in the inbox on the Tangy Tea page. Don't forget to go and subscribe to our channel on
I
YouTube.
what?
Channel.
Open that mouth.
Channel.
There you
Open your
go.
mouth, Veronica, and let it out.
Yeah, I know my mouth it's not big. Go to our you.
We ain't say nothing.
We ain't worrying about your mouth. We want you to let it out your throat.
I'm so done.
Wait a minute,
Hey guys,
Veronica.
so
Wait.
thank you guys.
No, you ain't closing this down yet. Mike said about the interstate, right? So what's the difference from the interstate, in the airplane bathroom? It's the whole thing of the thrill. What do you mean looking at me like my friend
Airplane
did it in the
bathroom
air?
stink.
My friend did it in the airplane bathroom. She said.
Have a good night, everybody. Thank y'all so much for watching Integrity of Life. Like I said in the beginning of the show, please save the date, March. Shut the hell up, John. Your mouth is not what, Veronica? And I see Stevenson knows. Okay, I do talk a little bit. I do talk a lot sometimes. Be quiet, Steve. Whatever. When
Veronica's a
need
good, wholesome girl. Remember that,
when
y'all.
need be, okay? But no, guys, be sure you save the date. All of you on this live tonight, save the date, March 26th. We're going to have our meet and greet. Spread the word. Like I said, I will be getting a flyer together to let you guys know more about this event. So I cannot wait to meet all of you guys who I don't know personally. Cannot wait to meet y'all at the meet and greet. We're going to have a great, great time laughing and getting to know one another. 7 o'clock is going to be the time, not 9, Mike. 7 o'clock will be the time. So, and of course, there's no dress code. Come as you are.
Do that sound again.
No, what you think, Vic? You want him to dress up?
Vic, look at Vic.
I was intrigued by what that noise you just made.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
heard
s-
nothing. You got my attention when you said it.
I saw shit. Do that again, Veronica. Do that again. Pop
I
that
can't.
mouth.
I
Pop
can't
that mouth
stand
again.
y'all. I can't. I really can't.
Pop that damn mouth.
On that note, guys, just get ready for the meet and greet. Have a great night, guys. Have a fantastic. Shut up, John.
Giving Veronica a bell for that sound.
Have a great weekend, guys. Be safe out there. Have a good night. Thank you for Teen WBLS radio station, New York. And of course, my brother Victor. Thank y'all so much.
And thank you, Veronica.
And much love to my sis Sharon, who could not be with us this
Yes.
week, but hopefully she'll be back with us next week.
Yes.
Guys, thank y'all again for watching Tangy Tea of Life. Good night. You know what? Go to sleep. Stevenson,